evening. Audible, sir?
Yeah.
Goswami, welcome you all, sir. A very beautiful evening and a hearty welcome to one and all present here. I would like to quote Albert Einstein, who said that, what is education? Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of mind to think. And we all know that a teacher plays an extremely important role in establishing a meaningful classroom environment for students, and the way in which each student perceives, interprets, processes, and understands all the classroom activities is the important factor determining the educational outcomes which are acquired. Therefore, it is very necessary to understand the dynamics and complexity of classroom teaching. It is the tools which support and help every teacher to understand education's new challenges and explore the future of global education. And as we know, or we all know that it is the need of the time. And to throw more light on this particular topic, educational tools, today on the platform of iSPELL, we have with us on today's literary satsang, Dr. Rakesh Damir, sir, who is the professor of English, NC Bodiawala College, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Sir is also the region head of iSPELL. For the last 25 years, Sir has been teaching English at the undergraduate and postgraduate level in the Gujarat University affiliated colleges. Sir has also provided guidance as supervisor since last 10 years for the MPhil and PhD students, and has been working as a teacher trainer at Gujarat University Academic Staff College. We are very happy to have you here, sir. We are delighted and honored. And I respectfully welcome you, sir. The virtual platform is eagerly waiting for your insight on the very important theme of today's satsang, which is cutting edge tools for classroom teaching, and which will really facilitate us, sir. Now, the virtual platform is all yours, sir. We welcome you. Dr. Rakesh Damir, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, iSPELL. Thank you, Ghanshyam sir, for providing me an opportunity today. And of course, looking forward to have the session today. The softwares and the applications, what I'm working in the classroom, what I'm working at home, I definitely would like to share. And I hope that, that I use the word cutting edge. It is really cutting edge for the simple reason that, in every field, you will be finding the transformation, the innovation, the technology, okay, and the cutting edge things. But in education, of course, we are lagging behind. So from the outset, I don't want to use much of the words, but for my initial 10 minutes is related to the theory. I'll be showing you a few images and slides, and whatever the images and slides I'm going to show you, I will be directly coming to hands-on applications and softwares. And if you use this in the classroom, online teaching, it's definitely going to facilitate. Because, today, presently, we are related to Web2 technology. And what is Web2 technology? It is about the creativity. It is about the collaboration. Creativity and collaboration, these are the two things where you have numbers of applications on iOS and Android platform. And more or less, you will be finding this application in open source. Open source means, you're going to get free of cost. And today I'm going to showcase those applications. And I hope that, that it will be going to facilitate in your classroom teaching, of course, but in your academic pursuits also, it is definitely going to help you. So, of course, I'm coming to my screen sharing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. cutting edge tools for classroom teaching. When you talk about the cutting edge, your teaching should be exciting, it should be interesting, it should be facilitating. And of course, there should be something that students should take, and your teaching should become interesting, exciting, and easy. These are the things that these are the adjectives that that what I'm looking forward to. Now, in every field, you have the tools, and since time immemorial, we are not using the tool. We are having only one tool. Okay, and what is the tool? You go into the classroom, and you have just your chalk and duster thing. That is the thing that that you always look forward to as far as the tools are concerned. But presently, there are millions of applications on iOS and Google Play Store. And of course, when you use these tools in the classroom or in your online teaching, you can definitely make a dent, or you can create an impact, or you can be innovative, and the students are definitely going to enjoy by leaps and bounds. There is no question about it. Now, before taking this, these are the few applications what I'm going to take. But I'm going to take few quotes, technological quotes, before coming to my things as such. Okay. Now, if we teach today's students as we taught yesterday, we rob them of tomorrow. Now, what you do? We do doing the status quo since time immemorial. We are repeating same things, and teachers talk. But nowadays, you have to provide the stuff, you have to provide the content, and you have to be collaborative with the student, with the flip lectures and all sort of stuff. You can be collaborative and cooperative. There is no question about it. Then we think too much about effective methods of teaching and not in enough effective methods of learning. Now, learning, relearning, that is a very important thing for the teachers. When technology comes, when we had our education, we did not have the technology. So again, the new methods of learning we have to go through, and that learning, relearning, and unlearning. These are the three factors which are very important factors. Now, today's digital kids think of information and communication technology as something akin to oxygen. Now, a very important thing that that technology is not something that that you think about. We don't think about the air. We don't think about the water. In the same way, we don't have to think about the technology. We have to apply the technology. This is a very important part of the technology. Now, what we are having today? At this point of time, we are having 19th century curriculum, 20th century building organization, and 21st century students facing an undefined future. Now, of course, when we talk about the present scenario, we talk about the syllabus, we talk about the curriculum, and we talk about the education system. It's absolutely 19th and 20th century thing what we are dealing with. In every field, in entertainment field, in medical field, every field you will be finding a sea change. But when it comes to education, as far as the technology part is concerned, then definitely we are lagging, and definitely we have to improve on that thing as such. It is not about what teachers cover, it's about what students discover. Now, when I use this quote, I mean that that we are concerned with our syllabus. We are thinking from the examination point of view. We are thinking from that that from the examination point of view how we cover the thing. But when we think from the student point of view, when the student discovers something extraordinary, then definitely from the employment point of view, or from the learning point of view, from the creative point of view, it's going to help it. And to my today's applications are definitely, it's going to discover something which you are definitely going to enjoy it as such. Okay, teachers are becoming learning facilitators. Their role is shifting from instructing student to helping student to construct their own learning. When we talk about, I'm getting disturbed. Can you please switch off the mic? I'm getting disturbed. Please. Ghanshyam sir.
Yes, sure.
See, nowadays, everything is available on Google. Everything is available on Slideshare. Everything is available. When we talk about, that facilitators is not only giving the content, but creating the creativity, making the creativity from the student point of view, giving something from the technology point of view, giving something unique that, the student no doubt find from the Google, but from the teacher's point of view, if they make it effective, then definitely the impact is going to. Presently, what we see that the students are not coming to the classroom, and when we ask them, then everything is available on the net, everything available in the guide. So the teacher's role is not only of the facilitator, but numbers of responsibility the teacher has increased. There can be infinite use of the computer and the new age technology, but if teachers themselves are not able to bring them into the classroom and make it work, then it fails. It is a very significant part that, the present generation of students, they are very sharp, they are very smart from the technology point of view. So what happens that, from your content point of view, the teacher has to make their content or whatever the topics are concerned, it has to make more effective. And of course, the technology facilitates for the same as such. Any sufficient advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And today I'm going to show you some magic related to the applications. And magic in a way that, once the thing becomes easy for you, interesting for you, it becomes amazing from the student, then more or less it becomes the magic. And as I told that, that in iOS and Google platform, there are more than 30 lakhs applications. And these applications, if you have just, a drop in the ocean, then definitely your teaching or your tools can become magic. There is no question about it. You can't take on 21st century task with 20th century tools and hope to get the job done. What we are working presently, we are working, as I told before, that from 19th and 20th century we are working on. So we have to see that, that we make the things happen. And of course, the tools, technology, and the devices, and the semantic 2, semantic 3, web 2, web 3, all this thing is going to make an impact. Okay, now there are numbers of quotations which I will not be going in it, because when I go, then I will not be able to take my applications, and my application, my magic, what I call it is my application, my magic. This is the thing that that what I want to showcase about it. Now, very important thing is that why teachers are not using the technology, because of they are in the comfort zone. Now I want to take them from the fear zone to learning zone and growth zone. And when it happens, when you practice at home, when you practice with the students, when you practice in the classroom, you come from comfort zone to growth zone. We are not using the technology because we have some phobia, we are apprehensive, we are little bit of having some fear on that. But once you work on your things, then definitely the things are going to happen. And once you use the technology in the classroom, there will be no going back. I vouch for that. I assure you for that, that once you use your things on net, you on a collaboration, on sharing part, on your Zoom part, on your classroom part, you use your software, all sort of stuff, then there will be no going back. But initially you have the teething problem, but once you practice it out, then think the world is yours. There is no question about it. Now, of course, this is the thing, that this is the technology, a lady, and here is the screen, and the students are enjoying the things on that. And this is the thing what I'm looking forward to. Now, applications, educational application, cutting edge tools. Okay. Now, where I have taken this application from, and where I found them, it is very important thing that there are a lot of applications on the app stores and Google Store. Now, how you're going to search it out as such? This is a very important part, because when you have the big data, that big data you have to filter it out, and filtering takes a long process. So here is a lady, Jane Hart, and as far as this lady is concerned, she is the founder of Center for Learning and Performance Technology, and she is an independent working learning advisor, and she has written 2 books on. And of course, every year she used to survey the best applications for professional learning, for workplace learning, and for educational learning. Now, I'm not touching the part of professional learning, I'm not touching the part of workplace learning. I will be there for the educational learning. And she has made the survey worldwide, and from the 6th continent, there are 2,000 participants who have voted for the best applications. And I have taken those applications from there. And these applications I used at my home, I used online platform, I used with my PhD student. Before taking in the classroom, it is very important thing that, I have to practice at home. That is a very important part. Okay, so here, Jane Hart, every year in October, she is having her list out. And in the list, she used to have the 100 applications on workplace, 100 applications on professional learning, and 100 applications on education. Now, as I told before that, that I will be just touching the educational part only. Okay. Now, here you will be finding the list. Here you will be finding the list. Okay. Here it's a list, and this is the list for personal learning 2020. And here you will be finding 100 applications on the Learn. And this application, I'm going to share this thing on iSPELL platform also, and on the Telegram also, iSPELL Telegram. All these applications I'm going to share on that, and you can take the screenshot on whatever the things I'm dealing with it. But provided that you take the screenshot landscape, don't take it portrait, because I'm going to deal with the landscape mode only. So whatever my images are concerned, it's definitely going to facilitate, provided that you take the. Otherwise, I'm going to put all these images on the iSPELL platform as well. So, this is a personal learning platform. This is a workplace learning 2020. And these are the applications where for your learning platform, for your living engagement, for your chat and video, for your online whiteboard, for your mind mapping, for your digital notebooks, for your file sharing, for your productivity, blogging, browser, everything you used to have on this thing as such. Now, our focus is on education. Top 100 tools for education 2020. Okay, so in this tools, I will be taking few of the applications. And as far as this application is concerned, when I talk about that thing and when I do the hands-on, then definitely it is going to make a difference. So I will be directly going to hands-on. But before going to hands-on, I want to share something related to this lady. She used to seek, sense, and share. Seeking means what? Seeking means that which are the best applications for the workplace, for the professional learning, and for the education part as such. And sensing means that that how it is going to get facilitated to the stakeholders. And of course, sharing all this application. And as I told that in every October, she is outing her list since last 13 years, since 2007. Her list is out, and in this list, which are the best application in last year, 2020, 2021, 21, 22, 18, 19, 17, 18, which are the best application for workplace platform, for professional learning, and for educational part. So I will be going to deal today with some of the applications of 2020, which are best for the classroom practices, for the classroom teaching. Okay. Now, again, coming to the list, just I'll be going through a few of the images related to Jane Hart's application, so that you can have the bird's eye view on that. Okay. Now you see that that I'm going to talk about some 100 applications, but 100 application I'm going to finish within 2 to 3 minutes. Now you see that that ranking change from to 18. Upside you will be finding the tools. Then upside you will be finding professional learning, then workplace learning, and on the last you will be finding the educational learning. You see that the first is a YouTube. Okay, last year it was the first. Then for workplace it was 3, and for education it was 1. Then second part, Google search. Okay, Google search is second this time, but last year what it was second on the professional learning, and for workplace learning it was second, and for educational learning it was 6. So these are the 2 examples what I have given. So now you will be finding that the big list, and as far as this list is concerned, you will be finding numbers of applications which you can search, you can fathom, you can work on, you can hands-on, you can do it out, and you can definitely practice and share with the student in the classroom, and you can make it out. But as far as the rankings are concerned, from the ranking you can make it out that which are the best educational application for the classroom practice. This is the reason that that I've given the cutting edge tools. When you talk about the cutting edge tools, it means that they are the best tools to work in the classroom, and you don't have to run from pillar to post to find out that which are the best application to use for the education part. So I'm going through. These are the applications. I'm just flipping my images, and as far as these images are concerned, I'm going to share on iSPELL platform also. So these are the applications. These are the 100 applications what I've talked about. Okay, and as I have 1 hour, I don't have the time. Otherwise, I've talked about every application, the importance of application and how it works, how it's going to facilitate in the classroom teaching. I could talk about all the 100 applications because I've gone through the things as such. But, I'm using some 25 to 30% application because, we're just running short of time for the classroom teaching. So what happened that, you have to focus on very few applications which are very predominant, and according to the priority wise that, you have to work it out. Okay. Shall I come to my hands-on thing? Sir? Rakesh, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hands-on. Now, today I have handpicked few applications. And as far as this application is concerned, I'll be going to take, I have some I have some 35 minutes. In 35 minutes, I'm going to take few applications, some 8 to 10 applications. And this application, how it works and how it works for your best content developing, and of course, how you can work for your sharing in the classroom. That is the thing. I prepared my last thing. I prepared my folder, iSPELL. Okay. So, these are the few applications which I'm going to talk about. Okay. Slideshare, ThingLink, WordSalad, Pictro, ScreenPro, WikiHow, Wordboard, Ladit, PixQ, ABC Notes, SuperNote, Notebook, Whittle Pro. Okay. And as far as these applications are concerned, more or less these applications you are going to find on your Apple Store and on your Google Play. But if you don't find on the Google Play, don't worry about it, because, similar to it, I will be going to give you 30, 40 applications on the same topic. For example, notebook, this notebook. If you don't find the notebook in Apple Store, I'm going to give you 30, 40 applications of the same category, so that, you will be finding from the Google Play as well. So straight away, coming to my first application, Slideshare. Now, this is very important to create your presentation. Presentation, you have to get your presentations for the classroom teaching or for your online teaching. So, you want to have your images. Where you're going to get your images? You are going to get your images from the Google Play, from the Google Images, or you can have from a Pictro, or you have numbers of applications. Today, I'm going to start from Slideshare. For example, I want to have my topic on, I want to prepare the presentation on multiple intelligence. Okay. So on multiple intelligence, these are on the Slideshare, I'm going to get the presentation on Slideshare. Okay. These are the presentation on Slideshare. Okay. So whatever the images you want to take, just to take it, just to have the screenshot. Okay, number one, these images I don't want, these images I don't want, these images I want this images. Okay, so I've taken this images, then third, fourth, then I've taken this images. Okay, so what happened that, you can prepare your own presentation with the images. You've taken few slides from number one, and the views are almost 12,900, almost 13,000 views are there. Now you've taken some 5 to 6 slides on that. Then you come to second. Then here you will be finding again the images related to multiple intelligence. Okay, here you will be finding the images too. Again, you take the screenshot. You have the shortcut of screenshot on your mobile phone, iPad, or on your laptop. Now these are the screenshot what I've taken. Now I don't want these images. I want this images. So I take this images. Okay. Now I've taken this image. Okay. So again, I have taken 6 images from 2 presentation. Now I'm going intelligence and multiple intelligence, where there are almost 1,500 views, 14,048 views. I'm going to that presentation. Okay. Now these are the presentation. This is the third present. I don't want this image. Okay. I don't want this. I want this image, for example. Now I've taken this image. Now I've taken, for example, this image. Okay. Then I've taken this image. Okay. So what happened that when you write down the topic, you are going to get multiple topics on the tags what you have written. The topic what you have written, you are going to get numbers of presentations related to that. Now for multiple intelligence, I have some 8 to 9 slides. Now this 9 slides, I go into my gallery. Okay, and into my gallery, I'll be going to get this 9 slides. Okay, these are the 9 slides on multiple intelligence. Okay, so what I do in the classroom, when I have to have the slideshow on this 9 images, I just go on the sharing part. And in the sharing part, I'll be going to the slideshow. And in the slideshow, the images are definitely going to move on its own. This is the first slide. This is the second slide. Now you'll be having the third slide. So, what happened that, your presentation making or your gathering of the images, it becomes very easy. So as far as the SlideShare application is concerned, it is very important for getting your presentation done to have a number of images. And as far as the images are concerned, these images you can have an access to the slideshow in the gallery, and you can, for example, in the slideshow, you can give the timing. For example, I have selected some 8 slides, for example, 7 or 8 slides. I go to slideshow. Okay, in the slideshow, I have the option, and in the option, I can have the speed. So you can see that I can have the speed. Okay, then I want the repeat part. Repeat part means that all the 8 images are going to get repeated. Okay, and you can have your theme. You can have the music. I have not put the music. Then theme. This is a theme. For example, I have put the origami theme. Okay, and in the origami theme, you'll see that this theme, it is going to work on its own as such. Now this is the second theme. Okay, this is the second theme. Now I have put the third theme. Now, for example, for origami, I have put in the magazine part. Okay, magazine is one of the theme as such. Okay, so what happened that in magazine part, you will be finding the multiple images in one screen. Okay, and you have the things on a repeated mode, even though 8 application can work for hours and hours. Okay, so what happened that if you put on the repeated mode, the things are going to, and you can have an access to the music also. Here you on the right hand side on the corner, you will be finding the repeat, and you can vary the speed of the presentation. You want that the images should move fast, then you put it fast. Now the thing, it is going to get moving fast. Okay, you will be finding that all the images are going to get moving fast. So what happened that as far as your content is concerned, it is very easy to make your content and to showcase or display the content in the classroom. Okay, so this was the first application what I was talking about, SlideShare, and this is a very important.
I think disconnected.
Pramod?
Professor Damir sir. Yes, sir.
Got disconnected.
I think Rakesh sir got disconnected. Yeah.
Okay, Damir sir. Okay, let me call him.
Damir sir. Yes. Now return.
Okay. Did he join?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Damir sir. He is mute.
Yeah. Now screen sharing.
Can you see me, sir?
Yes. You
Yes,
got
sir,
disconnected.
I did not get disconnected, but what happens that when you go from one application to another,
Yeah.
when you have the
Yeah.
demonstration of application, you have a little bit of problem, sir.
Right.
When you take the lectures or when you show the images, you don't have any problem. But when you go from one application to another, then you have this problem, little bit of problem.
Right, sir. Continue.
So I
sir,
hope
please.
that, yeah. Okay. So this was the first application what I shown. Now I'm going for another application. Now, as far as this application is concerned, this application is ThinkLink application. In one page, you have your image, you have your text, you have your video, you have your audio, and every sort of thing you can have it on. This is the ThinkLink application. Okay, and in your classroom teaching, what you do? You have only the blackboard and chalk. But here, as far as this application is concerned, when you're projecting, when on the TV or on your projector, the things becomes very easier, or on your online teaching also, it is going to facilitate you. Now, what you do is that, on one page only, you can have a lot of stuff. when I talk about the lot of stuff, it means that that you have your, for example, here I'm creating here one of the images. Okay, now here first part is the text part.
Sorry to interrupt you, Rakesh sir. Interrupt.
Yeah.
You are sharing your screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Showing
it's
images,
not visible.
but not visible, sir. Here, please reshare or redisplay.
Okay.
Yes, now visible.
Visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Visible?
Yes, sir.
Visible. Okay. Sir, Ghanshyam sir.
Tell me, sir.
As I told before that, when I go from one application to another, probably I may be having a miss, but within 15 seconds, I'll be back. Sir.
Right, sir. No problem.
Okay. Now, this is, as I told before that, in the classroom teaching, this is add text or link. Now, text, add or link in your keyboard. In my keyboard, I have my canned text. Canned text means pre-written text. And in this canned text, just I go into my workboard. For example, here I go in the Wordboard. So, here I can have rule one of language. This is a rule 1 of language. I have to teach today's students. I'm going to take the rules of English language learning, and this is rule number 1. This is rule number 1. I'm showing rule number 1. Then again in my canned text means that in your keyboard, whatever the stuff you want to show, you had written before only text replacement, what I talk about. In a keyboard also, you will be having the text replacement, which I'm going to show you after some time. Okay, so this is rule number 1. This is rule number 2. This is rules. These are my pre-written text. This is rule number 2. Students, I talked about the rule number 1. Now this is rule number 2. Now I'm talking about rule number 3. This is rule number 3. This is rule number 3. Okay, so here is, you have rule number 1. Here rule number 2, and here if you want to change the icon, you can change the icon here. For your own remembrance, you can change the icon, because you cannot write the text that rule number 1 or rule number 2. This is rule number 1. This is rule number 2. This is rule number 3. So what happened that when you go into the classroom, you don't have to write the things. Just press the thing and press the icons, and you are going to get the text on your television or on a projector screen, or in your, of course, on your online teaching as such. So your writing parts becomes a facility. It becomes easy for you. Okay. So this was only the text part, and you can choose the images from the gallery. For example, I've taken this image from the gallery. Okay. So student, I'm going to show you the image related to multiple intelligence. Okay, so I'm going to show the related to multiple intelligence. Now taken the second image. Okay, from the gallery I'm taking. See, this is the second. This is the second image. Okay, so what happened that whatever your text is concerned, you should have the image related to the text. Just to put downside here. So when you talk about rule 1, your image should be related to rule 1. When you talk about the rule 2, your image should be related to rule 2. If you don't have the image related to the thing, don't worry about the thing. But when I talk about this rule 1, the image is related to rule 1, the rule 2, rule 2, this is the image related to rule 2. So what happens that, that your image and text, both you can synergize and you can show into the classroom, where you don't have to write on the board. And of course, in the stipulated time, you can complete the syllabus, because when you write on the board, a lot of time is consumed. And what happened that, you cannot share the thing, what is written on the board. That is one of the things as such. Here, you can share whatever the stuff I'm showing you. I can easily share those things with you as such. Okay. Now, I've shown you the text. I've shown you the images. Now taking photo. I'm taking photo. This is a photo I'm taking of my room. Okay. This is a photo I've taken in my room. Okay. ये मेरा room का photo है. This is the photo of my room. This is a photo what I taken from the gallery. This is the part 1. This is part 2. This is a part 3. This is a photo I've taken. So what happened that you take the photo, you take the photos from the gallery, you can have the text, and of course, you can take the video also. Now here I'm taking the video. Okay, it is not working because I can use only one speaker. So I'm already using the speaker. But when I'll not be online, I can work offline this thing as such, because the speakers and the mic, when you are using the Zoom platform, you cannot use the mic or the speaker part or the video part as such. So unfortunately, when I will be going out of the Zoom, then I will be using the thing, and I will not be able to record the audio also. But these are the 5 things what you can do. You can add text, you can choose from the gallery, you can take photo, you can take video, and you can record audio. These are the 5 things. But one thing you have to have in your mind, that when you are online, then taking a video or recording an audio you will not be able to do it out, because you are already using the speaker and mic of Zoom. So the video and recording audio will not take place. So this is one of the things that you have to keep in your mind as well. So of course, these are the few things what you can do, and it becomes easy. And of course, this you can share on your WhatsApp thing also. This next thing, okay? Then you have saved this thing, okay? And after saving, you will be finding on the corner of right hand side, this is downloading. And after downloading, you can share your things, okay? You can easily share your things with your with the stakeholders. Okay, so this was the application, the second application, thing link. Okay, now third application I want to take is a very important application, screenshot. And in screenshot, this is an iOS application, but again I will be going to give you the substitute of this application, where you have to yourself search and find, and you are definitely going to find the numbers of applications related to screenshot. But as far as this application is concerned, it is just confined to iOS. It's just confined to the Apple platform only. Okay, so this is screenshot. Now, what is screenshot? Screenshot is the application where you have taken your screenshots. For example, 6 months back, I've taken the screenshots on artificial intelligence. Or 3 months back, I've taken the screenshots of the images of multiple intelligence. But today I have to show in the classroom. So, I don't have to go into the folders. I don't have to go into the gallery. Okay, I have to just go in the search. And whatever the tag I'm going to write, I'm going to get the images related to that as such. 4 months, 5 months back, I've taken the lecture on grammar. Now, after 6 months, I'm taking a lecture, but I don't have the images. But as far as this application is concerned, you just write down whatever. For example, I've taken the lecture on parts of speech. I'm taking a lecture after 6 months on parts of speech. So I don't have to have that folders. I don't have to have the images on my gallery. I just write parts of speech, and I'm going to get numbers of images related to it. I'm just going to show you. I'm just write down multiple intelligence, for example, here. You'll be finding that, that lot of images related to multiple intelligence has come. So it becomes handy where you have thousands of images on the topics, but you don't remember, but impromptu, or you have to take the lecture in the class and you want to have the images at that point of time as well. So in the search, just to write down the topic, and you will be surprised that, that all the images related to the text is going to come. For example, I'm writing here, I'm writing verbal intelligence. Okay. Here I've written verbal intelligence. I don't have the images on verbal intelligence. For example, I write here, artificial intelligence. Okay. Here, all the images related to artificial intelligence, I'm getting related to that. Artificial intelligence. You see, upside you'll be finding artificial intelligence. You'll be finding artificial intelligence. Okay. Then, for example, I'm writing here British Council, for example. Okay. British. So all the images related to British, you are going to find it out. Wherever the word British is there, you are going to. But one thing you have to bear it out, that you should have the screenshots. The things should not be downloaded. When you have downloaded your images, then you are not going to get in the search part as such. But once you have taken the screenshot, then it becomes all the images related to it has come. Again, for example, I'm writing here voice assistant. Okay, voice assistant. Now you see that that all the images are related to voice assistant have come. Okay, so the advantage of this application is that that in the class, suppose on the spur of the moment, if I have to take the lecture on any of the topic, I have my stuff. Just I have to write down the tag, and all the images related to the things are going to get it out. So my teaching becomes very easy because I'm always prepared. Wherever I go, and suppose I have some 25,000 images, and 25,000 images you'll be on everything related to English language teaching you'll be going to. So you ask me that you have to take the lecture on this topic and just write on the tag, and I'm going to get the number of images related to that essay. So these images you can share with the student, and in the jiffy, at that spur of the moment only, you can have an access to those images as such. Okay, so this was the application screenshot. Okay, and screenshot, again, it is an Apple application, but I am going to give you not less than 50 applications on screenshot where you are going to search and you are going to get the substitute related to this application as such. Okay, now next application is word salad. Now word salad is what? Word salad is that we call it as a word cloud. Now word cloud, you write down on a Google, on your Google Play Store, you just write on word cloud, and you're going to get numbers of applications related to word cloud as such. For example, I want the word clouds on the. Okay, I want the word cloud on a communicative competence, for example. So what I do, I go here and I just write down here word cloud. Communicative competence. Communicative competence. You will be finding that that I used to have this paragraph. I just save it out, and here you will be finding that that I have got the clouds of those words. And as far as the clouds of the words are concerned, on any topic on your Wikipedia, this is a Wikipedia, okay? And in this Wikipedia, you just write down any of the topic, and you are going to get the words which we call it as a props. And here you can have you can have the theme change. Here I'm changing the theme, okay? And of course I can change the fonts also. Here I can change the fonts also. And here I want in a horizontal mode, I want in the vertical mode, I want in the crazy mode, or I want the most horizontal mode, okay? And of course if I don't want, suppose I don't want few words, so what will happen? These are the words which will not come. Applications, approach, Canada, canal, these are the words I've saved. So you will be finding here the reduced words as such, okay? And if you want to, you don't want this many words, you want only few words. So in the words, just to reduce the density of words, and you will be finding few words. And here you will be finding more words as such, okay? Here you will be finding few words, okay? And if you want to reduce, you can just cross it, and you won't be finding the words as such, okay? So here you can copy paste whatever the things are concerned. And if you don't want to copy paste whatever the topic is concerned on the Wikipedia, just on the Wikipedia, just to write down here, this is a Wikipedia, and in the Wikipedia topic, you just write down whatever the topic is concerned, okay? And in this topic, you are going to get the props, or you are going to get the word related to it. You've gone in any of the seminar or in conference and you want to take a lecture related to it, and you are having the big notes, but you only want the few words. So just copy paste whatever the text what you're having, and you are going to have only few words, the oft repeated word, what we call it as. So this application is a word cloud application, a Wordle, word salad, whatever you call it. But for the classroom teaching, for a seminar, for a conference, and for an online teaching, definitely this is a boon, and it is going to facilitate you by leaps and bounds. There is no question about it as such. Now, next topic is related to the wordboard. Now, what is wordboard? As I told before that, the canned text. Canned text means that you have your own text where you don't have to write the things as such. For example, this is canned text. Okay, this is a canned text. And in canned text, types of multiple intelligence, methods of English language teaching, learning styles, you can prepare your own canned text, custom, and you can prepare your own canned text. Now, I'll show you that that how this canned text is working. For example, I've gone into my ABC notes. In my ABC notes, okay, I'll just show. This is the canned text. These are my keyboards applications, and in the keyboard application, maximum applications are related to the can text material, phrase board, cheat sheet, paste board, can text, translator keyboard, clipboard, memo keyboard, word board, and Yoink. Okay, these are my 9 applications, which we call it as a copy paste, which we call it as a text replacement, which we call it as a cheat sheet, which we call it as a phrase board, which we call it as a clipboard, what we call is a Yoink, what we call is a word board. So today I'm going to take one of the application Wordboard. Okay, this Wordboard. Okay, so these are my pre-written text. Now pre-written text, for example, I want to take on a rules of English language teaching. These are rules of English language teaching. This is rule number 1. Okay, here rule number 1. Okay, so here I have the rule number 1. Okay, now just I remove it out this thing. Okay, this is rule number 1. I go to my second side. This is rule number 2. Okay, this is rule number 2. I change here the page. Okay, this is the second page, and I want on as far as the text is concerned, I want to change the font also. Okay, so again, this is rule number 2. Then this is rule number 3. Okay, this is rule number 3. Okay, I want to change the color of the page. So here white color. Okay, so here you will be finding the rule number 3. Okay, this is rule number 4. Okay, this is rule number 4. Okay, again I change the color of the page. Here I change the color of the text. Okay, a little bit bigger fonts. Okay, so here you will be finding this is. So what happened that you have your predetermined text, you have a beautiful note, and as far as this note is concerned, you can showcase in the classroom and you can share it out. As far as this text is concerned, this text you can share it out. You can share copy image, you can copy image. Okay, if you want to share this page, you can share this page. You can share this page. Okay, you can share this page. You go into your this thing, gallery, and in gallery, you can share this page. Okay, you can easily share this page. For example, I want to share this page in mail. Okay, here you are finding that this images is. So what happened that predetermined or pre-canned or pre-written text in the classroom helps you to bring the text on the spur of the moment on your notes, and you can share this text or this images, and you can collaborate with the student on the spur of the moment. That is the best part of it as such. So I'm not going in detail. And suppose if I want to see as I told you that my mic is not working, but if I have to read this text on the scanner part, I can read this text also. Here you will finding that here I can read the text. I can see on my right side you will be finding an arrow. Okay, so when I play the arrow, whatever the text I have written, I can read all sort of text as such. Whatever I have written, I can easily. But on the Zoom platform, it is not going to work it out. So the things are not. So this was my another application. And as far as this application is concerned, it was a word board, and I have some 20 application pasted clipboard. As I told before, that that whatever text are concerned, this text you don't have to write on the border, you don't have to type, you don't have to do anything. While even on your Zoom also, you're writing a lot of things as such, but you don't have to write down. I'll show you on my Zoom part, on my Zoom, that you don't have to write. Ghanshyam sir?
Sir.
Okay, I'm showing on my whiteboard. Okay, yes. This is the whiteboard. Okay. Hello?
Sir, tell me.
Okay. So this is my whiteboard. Okay, and this whiteboard, on your online teaching, you're writing a lot of things, but you don't have to write, because if you have pre-canned text, you can easily write. For example, here text I have written. For example, this is my this is a types of multiple intelligences. Okay, this is types of multiple. So here this is the types of this is whiteboard. I can share with the students. Okay, this is whiteboard. Okay, this is second part. Okay. Here you see that the first part. Now second slide is, again I'm clicking here, multiple intelligence and detail. Okay, verbal intelligence. Okay, this is a verbal intelligence I'm talking. And this verbal intelligence, again, this is the second page. Now I'm bringing third page. In third page again, I'm writing here, and I'm changing the color of the font, and multiple intelligence detail, kinesthetic intelligence. I'm bringing here the kinesthetic intelligence. I'm changing the font. I'm making it bigger. Okay. So again, the bigger font, again, I have bring on the center. So this is the third slide. Okay. Then this is the fourth slide. Okay. This is the fourth slide. Fourth slide, multiple intelligence, naturalistic intelligence. Okay. This is the naturalistic. I want to have a small font. Okay. I want to change the color. I want to make it red. Okay. Then again, I have to bring on the center. Okay. Then these are so you have a multiple of intelligence, and all my pages have come. Okay. Here you will be finding all the pages. Now this pages I want to share. Okay. ये मुझे share करने बच्चों के साथ. So this all this thing I save. Okay. And when I save, it goes into the gallery. Okay. And आप gallery में जाएंगे, so here you will be finding whatever the things I have written on the whiteboard on Zoom. It has been written. So what we do a lot of writing on your WhatsApp, in your notes, in your classroom, and you do a lot of writing things as such. But presently, you have your canned writings and just paste it. Just copy it and paste it, and things becomes very easy. I'm going to this 4 slide I just shown you, this 4 slides. Okay, and this slide I told before that that if I have to read this slide in the Speech Central, one of the application, whatever the things you have written, or whatever the thing from the net, whatever thing from the Google, whatever things it is pre-written, you can easily make it speak. So here you go into this thing is not supported. Okay, I go into the scanner again. So in scanner, what happens that this is a speech, and here the text is there. Then I don't want to bring the text. Then here the reading speed varies: 200 words, 250 words, 150 words. Okay, so that speed varies. And here you can play into the classroom. This thing you can play into the classroom. Okay, natural intelligence, musical intelligence, logical, mathematical intelligence. This thing can easily be played. So what happens that you have your images, you have your text, you have your speech. Everything is available in the class, and it is definitely be very, very helpful to the student. There is no question about it. There is absolutely no question about it. Now, my last application, I have some more 15 more applications which I have handpicked for you. Now I'm going to take one more application. This is the name of the application is Scanner Scroller Ledit. Okay, Ledit. Ledit is in platform. Train will come on this time on airport. As far as the flight is concerned, you are going to get on gate number 3. So this thing that in the classroom teaching also, whatever your topics are concerned, you can share in the classroom. You can share on your social platform. For example, here I'm showing you. I can vary the speed here.
Sir, we can see only your whiteboard.
Whiteboard?
Yeah, we can see only the whiteboard.
Okay, sir. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I did not go to this on the screen, sir. I'm sorry.
Right.
I did not go on the screen. Okay. This is another application, Ledit. For example, here I want to write down new message. In new message, I'm writing here birthday, for example. Count your blessing, save. Okay, and just I play it here. Okay, I play. So here, sorry, I have to have this thing. Yes. Count your blessing. So again, when you have your own few sentences, you can display this thing in the classroom. For example, just I will show you another thing. For example, I'm just removing all this 3 thing, editing, and I'm putting a new message. And in the new message, I'm writing, enjoyed the lecture. For example, today I'm writing, enjoyed the lecture. Enjoyed my online lecture. Okay, I've saved it. Okay, so what I do is just I press it. It will come. Enjoyed my online lecture. Okay, so here you can put it, you can save here 500, 1000 sentences, and you can change the color of your font. You can zoom it. You can change the speed. You can change the shape. You can put in the repeat mode. And of course, here upside up, you will be finding there is a change in the fonts as such. So again, I'll just give you one example from the canned speech. Okay. For example, I'm writing here learning styles. Okay. Learning styles, verbal, physical, logical, social, this is. Okay. I want to change the font. Now I change the font. Okay. This is a change of the font. Okay. I want to increase the speed. Speed bahut kam hai. So I increase the speed. Yes, speed बढ़ गई. Yeah. Okay. So what happened that that I want to change the shape. So ये shape change हो गया. Okay. So here you will be finding the from round to square. I want to zoom it. ये मेरे छोटे image है. I want to zoom it out. Okay. So just I zoom it out. Okay. Very big. Very big. Very big. Very big. So I have to make it small. Okay. In the screen, it was not coming that zoom thing is. Okay. And I want to change the color. I want to make it blue. Okay. So this is a blue color. This is a blue color. So again, this is an application, what is called scanner, Ledit, or scroller. And here you will be finding at least 50 to 60 applications on that only. And here you can have your pre-written text, or in the classroom, when you're writing certain thing on the board, instead of it, if you have your own topics in the classroom or in the conferences or seminars when you are going, then if you have the projectors on our televisions and all, if you have the other stuff to display, then this application, free of cost, they are the open sources, which is definitely going to help you. Sir, we have the time, sir?
How much time you require,
Yes, sir.
My time, you will tell me that,
Yeah, it may be 10 minutes more.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Now, another application is that, that WikiHow. Now, what is WikiHow? It's a very interesting application. I found it interesting in a way that, that we learn from images. Okay. And images, here you will be finding whatever things you write, how to speak language, how to reduce weight, how to reduce my obesity, how to reduce my blood pressure, how to learn my nouns, just to go and search for. Okay. Search. Just I write here, for example, obesity. For example, obesity. You will be finding here upside. You will be see overcoming obesity, treat obesity, deal with obesity, prevent obesity. Now, what is the significance of the application is that in every topic you are going to get 10 images. When you are dealing with the students and when they are having the images on their side, then definitely they are going to enjoy it out there. For example, weight, WIGHT. Okay, weight, lose weight. Okay, so here I will be having the images related to losing the weight. Okay, losing the weight. For example, my student asked me that, sir, how to improve the vocabulary? Okay, so what I do is vocabulary. Memorize vocabulary, expand your vocabulary, study your vocabulary, learn Latin vocabulary, teach vocabulary words, study, ace your vocabulary test, learn new vocabulary. Now here you will be finding 10 images related to vocabulary. So what you have to do is just go into the share part. And share part, you can have an access to all these images. You can have an access to. Okay, I don't have the time. Otherwise, I will show you a lot of things on my notebook part. But again, just running short of time. But here again, for example, English. I want to develop my English fluency. Okay, so what I write down, English language. Okay, English. So learn English, speak English, be a good English, pass English. Be brilliant at English, great in English, great in English. Okay. So here you will be finding 10 images related to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here you can share it out. You can share easily. This you can share, for example, on email. Okay. Here you got the link. Okay. And if you don't want the link, you can take the screenshot and you can have an access to. Last, grammar. I want to improve my grammar, for example. Grammar. Okay. Teach grammar, be a grammar, check grammar, enable Grammarly on Google, improve your grammar, improve your grammar. Okay. So again, you are going to find the images on, see, the explanation is also not very expansive. It's very short. So what presently student wants is they want a few text and an image. So what happens that, that purpose is solved. Purpose is solved in a sense that, they don't have to go for the detailed learning. And, in a what we say, in a few minutes, they can have an access to whatever the topics they want to. For example, I want to have an access to nouns. Okay. Teach nouns. Okay. How to teach nouns. The advantage of it is, tomorrow I am going to take a lecture on nouns. I am going to give you some image. Before coming to the classroom, all my students are requested to go through the images and text on the nouns which I am going to send you on your WhatsApp. So what will happen? That your efforts will become less, and the student understanding will become more. And as I told you that, that there are more than 30,000 topics. And on every topic, you are going to get a small text with the image. And, this application I'm using frequently. And the students are enjoying by leaps and bounds. There is no question about it. So I think so that, that for the classroom teaching, it definitely becomes very easy for your learning part as such. Okay. Now, next application is multiple windows. Okay. We are working, and many times we want to work it on. Is what we have to way to work. So what happened? Precedent. What happened? Verbal intelligence. Okay. So verbal here. Okay. So this multiple intelligence. This application, you have the multiple windows. Just you have to write down the split windows, and in the split windows, you are going to get the 2 windows at a time. And in my here I can have some 50 windows. Okay. For example, here this is window 3, 4, window. Sorry. This is window 4. Okay. This is window 4. Okay. Okay. This is not working on the Zoom platform. Okay. My last application which I want to take was the text replacement on the keyboard. And as far as that application is part is concerned, it is definitely going to help you, even though you don't download the application. For example, I have taken one of the application, sticky notes. Okay, this application I've taken. Now I want to write down the text. Okay, write down the text. For example, I want to write parts of speech. So what I do is I just PART, part of speech. So here part of speech will come. For example, I want to write figure of speech. Figure of speech. What you have to do is just you go into your general, you go into your keyboard, and after going keyboard, here on the second part, you will be having the text replacement. And in the text replacement, you go and you put it plus. And plus, for example, I'm writing here the phrase, today was a wonderful day. For example, today was a wonderful day. Okay. And what I'm writing, the short form, I'm writing a short form only TO. Okay. TO I'm writing TO. This is a short form. Okay. Now, this is my image. And in the image, what I write here 2 only. Okay. So today is a wonderful day. Okay. So on your keyboard only, you have a lot of shortcuts. And as far as the shortcuts are concerned, you will be finding numbers of shortcuts where you can have an access to. For example, here I'm writing again and again multiple intelligence. It has come. Verbal intelligence. Again, it has come. Mathematical intelligence. It has come. Okay. Then interpersonal intelligence, it has come. Okay. Intrapersonal intelligence, it has come. Okay. Then British Council, BRI. Okay. British Council. Okay. Chomsky. Okay. Noam Chomsky, it has come. So on your keyboard only, you can prepare your own shortcuts. And as far as the shortcuts are concerned, it is definitely going to help you in the classroom. And if you want to have the applications, as I told you that there are numbers of applications I'm going to share on iSPELL, and you can contact me, you can phone me, you can talk to Ghanshyam sir, and you can have an access to all the applications. Today, my lecture was just confined, it was a tip of an iceberg. I have more than 600 applications on education. And besides it, I have numbers of applications on English teaching also as such. But today, in 1 hour, these are the things that, in a confined time, what I was able to do it out. But in my university, Gujarat University and other university, I was having the session of 4 hours or 5 hours. But here I am on the online, and that too for 1 hour as such. So probably I may not have been done my justification, but to my best part, I was just able to showcase my few of the things as such. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Sir, Ghanshyam sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The master of ceremony.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really, really magical and really exciting, interesting, because the chat box shows that the proof is there that the demonstration was very, very beautiful, and everyone was relishing it. As Sachadeva sir has commented on the chat box that I'm relishing the lecture and learning. And the same with the other messages to excellent demonstration, great tech magic, sir. And really, it was a superb Sunday treat, as mentioned. Sir, I was, with your kind permission, I was about to take the questions, but I cannot see much. Only one question was there that Vidya Sagar sir wanted some tools on online assessment, sir.
So just on iSPELL, you write it out. I will be giving you the applications related to the topic or the tag, what you are asking for as such.
Okay, sir. So one question is also there. Can the Rupali Sarva has asked, sir, can these applications be used during live classes on online platform, in mobile or in computer only?
No. You can use in mobile. You can use you can use in mobile. You can use in your tabs and tablets. And the only problem is that that when you are using on the Zoom, the mic or the audio part or the video part, you cannot have the live thing as such. That is one of the things as such.
I hope the answer is clear to sir. Rupali madam also. Thank you so much, sir. It was really, really very interesting, and we have learned a lot. We have learned new applications, and you were absolutely right when you were saying it is not just the teachers talk, and we can't take 21st century tasks with 20th century tools. So we need to change ourselves as teachers if we really want to do good in our education. And sir, you also talked about the 100 tools for personal teaching. And yes, the fact is, it's not about what teachers cover, but it's all about what students discover. So today, to throw more light on this, we have with us as
Alka ma'am, can we have the participants to ask some questions are there? Yeah.
The platform is open for questions. Everyone.
We can take up 2 to 3 questions.
So I was not able to see any question. Okay, Nilachana ma'am has asked one question. Thank you for this very practically relevant session. In your, madam wants to know, in your opinion, can these technology-aided apps totally replace the chalk, walk, talk conventional modes of teaching? Nilachana madam wants to know.
Technology will never replace the teacher, but the teachers with the technology will be replaced with the technology, the teachers who are not savvy with the technology. The important part is that, that as far as the teachers are concerned, they will always be in the code. But once what happens that the teacher who knows the technology, they will be on the priority. That is important thing. You have two teachers. One teachers with the technology and the teachers without the technology. Teachers with technology are going to rule the roost in the future. That is important part.
So both the sides you have TT, teacher with technology, teacher without technology.
That was the reason I was using technology with capital T.
Right, absolutely. And that's what we say, like today's scenario is basically of literates and illiterates. Illiterates are those who do not use technology.
Illiterates are not, they are not putting the efforts, or they are not taking the initiative. I consider them the illiterates, because what happens that once you are in the job and when you have the security, what will happen that that we don't crave for the technology, because we think that comfort zone, we live in the comfort zone, we don't come out of the comfort zone. I'm talking at large, India at large, and specifically when I meet in the conferences, a lot of conferences, I meet the people. Well, technology nu શું કરવાનું છે? મને ગુજરાતીમાં બોલે ટેકનોલોજી નું શું કરવાનું છે? અથાણું નાખવાનું છે? અચાર ડાલના है क्या टेक्नोलॉजी का? क्या मुझे ऐसा कहा जाता है क्या?
There is one more question from Dr. Praveen Joshi.
Yes, sir. Praveen Joshi, sir, has asked you, sir, can we use these apps adaptive teaching, learning?
Of course.
Dr. Praveen wants to know.
You can absolutely see, as far as this application is concerned, these applications are concerned, they are very user friendly. And on iOS and Android, as I told before, that that you are going to have a numbers of applications, but you have to be aware of the softwares and hardwares. What happens that you are using these applications at home, but when you use the technology with the hardware, with your projector, and with your other devices, with your Apple TV, then you have the problem related to that as such. So what happened that that this software, when you're using in the classroom, you should be savvy to use in the classroom. Then only then it will be adaptive to you. Otherwise, your personal learning environment, what we call it as a PLE, it will be confined to you. If suppose you don't have the combination, you don't have the synergy of the hardware and the software as such.
So there is also a note of congratulations from Jyoti Patil's ma'am side. Sir, Dr. Ashok Sachadeva has asked one question. Wants to know what are the best courses for we teachers on digital tools and apps that we can join online or offline?
See, a very good question. When I started before, I had given you 100 applications of Jane Hart. So what happened that you have to customize yourself according to your utility. Suppose if I give you 20 applications, provided that you will be finding these applications are less utilitarian to me. So you have the list of 100 applications where those 100 applications are described in detail. So you have to see that that these are the best applications for me. So when you use those applications in the classroom, it becomes very easy for you to as such. What happened that, as far as today my lecture was concerned, it was about the content creation and content showcase. So I think so that, the person of English language, the person of physics, the person of chemistry, the person of biology, or the person of every field, it can be utilitarian to you. But very important thing is that those 100 application of Jane Hart, when you give some time, you will be able to know that these are the application meant for me to work with student, for student. And in the classroom, your teaching will become exciting, interesting, and enjoying. There is no question. And last but not the least is sharing and collaboration. These are the very two important things what you have to do it out. As I told you that I showed all the images and shown all the text. Now this text I don't have to write down on but the main thing is that I can easily share this thing with the student. Now what happened that if I written all those stuff on the board, how the student are going to carry out? You tell me. So that is a very important part. I shown you image, text, video, audio. The student can easily have an access to when you're taking a lecture. So my only last submission is that your lecture should be such, it should be very, very easy for you, exciting for the student. And last but not the least is that your stuff should be there on your iPads or in your mobile phone. You don't have to prepare. For example, I've given you one application screenshot. Just to put the screenshot and all the images related to the things what you have done in 20 years, you are just going to get on the tip of your fingers. So these are the things that what you have to work on as. Sorry, my answer was a little bit long, but it was
Sir,
required.
can I take
It was required as such. Yeah.
Sir, it was apt. Yes, sir. Sir, one more question from Dr. Murali Krishnan, sir. Can I take up, sir?
Yeah, please go
the
on.
last one, please.
Sir has asked, can we link research with pedagogical practices using technology?
Yeah.
Can we link research with pedagogical practices?
See, always when you have the technology is in every sphere you will be finding. You go for your citation, you go for bibliography, you go for your research work. If I get an opportunity, sorry, you can listen me. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I get a next session, I want to take the lecture on research from the point of view of the technology, where from the citation point of view, from your dictation writing point of view, that whatever the things you are writing, just to dictate, and every paragraph you used to get it, and you can easily edit those things as such. And of course, there are more than 50 applications on research. And if you work on that research application, then from the students, if you are dealing with the student or you're doing your MPhil or a PhD work, the things become very easier, no question about it. If I get an opportunity, definitely on research part, I want to take few applications which is going to facilitate by leaps and bounds. There is no question about it. But yes, you can do a lot of research work from the technology point of
view. Thank you, sir. I'm not able to see more questions because everyone is satisfied, sir, with the lecture of yours. So with the kind permission of Ghanshyam, sir, can I move forward, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. It was really illuminating session, as I can see from the chat box. Everyone is with high regards for you, sir. The lecture was really, really interesting and relishing too.
It's
sir,
my pleasure. iSPELL, thank you. Ghanshyam sir, thank you. No question about it. Giving me opportunity platform, given me the platform and opportunity to share the stuff what I'm knowing. That is a very important part.
To carry on with the session, let me introduce you to the chairperson of today's ceremony, who is going to share her valuable remarks and observation on today's session, Dr. Anita Sharma, ma'am. Ma'am is an associate professor who heads the Department of English at GC Dhami, Shimla. Madam is also President LTI Shimla chapter. And Dr. Sharma had been a former associate at Indian Institute of Advanced Studies, IIAS, Shimla. Madam has been teaching English to UG and PG classes since 1989 in various colleges of Maharashtra as well as Himachal Pradesh. Being from the army background, Madam has the privilege of going to various Kendriya Vidyalayas for her schooling. Her PhD is from Pune University and MPhil PhD from Himachal University. I'm sorry, it was PG from Pune University and MPhil and as well as PhD from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. Madam has also done a PG diploma in journalism and mass communication with grade A from IGNOU. To ma'am's credit, there are 3 critical books being published, and ma'am has also published more than 70 scholarly articles in various national as well as international journals and books of repute. Madam has been a resource person as well as a chairperson and also participated and presented more than 90 papers in about 130 national and international seminars, webinars, and conferences, which were organized at various places like Delhi, Lucknow, Patna, Gandhinagar, Udaipur, Bangalore, Chhattisgarh, and also London, Malaysia, and Nepal. Under the able supervision of Madam Anita, 6 MPhil students and 7 PhD students have been successfully awarded the degrees. To add on, Madam is also a member on the editorial board of few national and international journals, and she is also a member of various academic bodies. Madam's field of research include American, Canadian, Australian, Afro-American, and Indian poets and writers. Madam has also been appointed as an external evaluator of doctoral thesis by Punjab University, Chandigarh, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, and also RTM University. Madam is often being invited as a resource person in faculty development programs and various refresher courses. Madam has also been appointed as a reviewer of abstracts submitted in an international conference held by London School of Management in the year 2020. With great pride, I add that Madam has also been conferred with Nation Builder Award by the Rotary Club of Shimla in the year 2019. Ma'am, you deserve all the praises. I record a hearty welcome to you, ma'am. We are eagerly waiting for your keen observation and valuable remarks. Over to you, Anita, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Alka Goswami ma'am. It was such a kind gesture to introduce me in such great details. Though I don't actually really such a great scholar as your words have actually made me. So my God, let me begin with humble regards to our keynote speaker, sir, Dr. Rakesh Damir, sir. It was really a wonderful presentation. Congratulations, sir. And I think today I must not be called as a chairperson. It's better if people call me today a learner person, because being a digital immigrant, I think I'm also a learner. I'm trying to come out of my, as Damir sir had said, I'm also trying to come out of my comfort zone and trying to cope up with this latest technology, because I have to deal with digital migrants, or what we say, the students, those who are digitally well versed in the present scenario. Sir, your presentation was really what I must add, a hair raising presentation for me, with so many apps and so many things on the Google. And the way it seems to me as if I was amidst a sea of apps. And every moment when you were actually going with such a great energy, with great enthusiasm, I was just thinking which app should be accepted by all of us, and that could actually benefit. And then with every app, I found that every app is such interesting, so nice. If we get time, I think we must experiment all those apps in our classes. So basically, I think, as you told in your beginning of the lecture, that you have used the term cutting edges. I'm very much sure, because in education so far, such experimentation has not taken place. Thanks to COVID, somehow that it had actually asked all the teachers as well as the students to experiment in a new way, or in a new style. Otherwise we could have been always stick to our blackboards and chalks and all those dusters and books and the students, and going into the classes, coming home. So basically, in if we say in present scenario, education is everyone's business. Moreover, technology has become these days better established in the infrastructure of schools. Education has also become terribly interesting, with audio visual techniques which schools and colleges they are opting. No doubt the better schools are better off students. The international national schools, they are doing much better than the rural schools. We need to work more into those rural schools, where these technological, I think, vocabulary is almost nil. It's not being introduced even to the teachers and the students. Sometimes even simple blackboard and chalk is also not available in school. So lot has to be done. So when we talk about I think the virtual presentation, or virtual teaching, when virtual or augmented reality we say, this reality is better than the reality which actually we were facing earlier. You were very right in saying in your deliberations, when you said that we are going with the courses, which were actually being formulated in the 19th century, and still we are doing with that. And we were thinking the examination pattern, the way of teaching and everything is going good, but see how far the energy of the students, the technology all around them, the what do you say, the Google mom for them, or sometimes people say Google madam for them, they have given them more than actually the teachers were trying to give them. And that's another way why we say we don't have Arjunas these days. So for that we have to be Dronacharyas, and for Dronacharyas we need to opt for this technological platform. So not only childhood gameplay, or they can learn from social skills, or they could strengthen their handwriting skill, but we need to view the 3D models which are actually occurring these days, so that students could view even dinosaurs in 3D mode. We don't want to teach them as fossils or as the things which are not available now. So I think these things as a whole could really take all the teachers close to their students, so that students, if they are close to us, if we could really show our compassion to them, that is not actually pitying them or showing them our good self, or being friendly with them. The thing is, we have to compete with them. So if they are into the bike of the technology, I think we also need to have a ride with them. So if we say generally what kind of things we teachers we are trying to use over here in Himachal, as well as I find in my contemporary circle also, like mostly we use Google Slides. We make slides and we go with that. Some we are also using one another option, Story. Sir, you know better than that, but we are trying to learn that also, where we actually that is a project based learning, and we encourage our students so that they can integrate images, text and video through that app. Credo app is also there, where some presentations, I think my commerce students are going with this and they're trying to learn. So technology, they say they are trying to harness students with video creation software. And I think that is a must for the flipped classroom. Even Animoto, you also talked about that. Even Animoto students are, if I myself is, learning it from one of my, student, uh, student from the commerce, from the BCA background, who is trying to teach me that Animoto, where we could drag and drop, interfaces, so that we can create, videos for their, interest, and we can, post them at least to those students where the connectivity issue is there, because in hills we have lot many connectivity issues. And some other thing like showing dynamic videos in a classroom. But I have found that students, they give us the feedback that only for 5 or 8 minutes they could actually resist to watch a video, not beyond that. So they just wanted कि ma'am please छोटा video बनाइएगा, बड़ा नहीं बनाइएगा, because otherwise we miss half the thing. So that is one another thing. There is another one of the app which is being used by the convent schools, that is study.com, where it's a library and we have more than 15,000 video lessons over there. So that is also being used in so many convent, because being the Altai member, sometimes we have some conferences with the school teachers, and they keep on telling us that we are also using study.com library. I'm just enumerating what we are actually being commonly using and sharing with the teachers and the students. When we talk about the lesson plans or project ideas or classroom activities or student assessment tools, I think all those tools which you have discussed, they really matter a lot. And teachers and as well as the students, they can really learn from there. Even someone was telling me Happy Atoms. There is one app over there, Happy Atoms, and the student was telling me that it's a collaboration between a video game designer and toy maker. Things like Tamus and Cosmos is there. Students can also try connecting model atoms together, which could built in magnets, and they can use iPads, create virtual reality representation of their hands-on experiments. So it is best for both of us, because here students actually they themselves create the toys and then they try to uh, just go on with each other by making those, toy, virtual, toys. Even Nearpod is also being, mentioned by few of the students. But as far as we say self-management, when we have to promote self-management, because that is very important aspect for the teachers as well as the students in the virtual, learning. I think the most cutting edge, we say these days, that is the schools, they have started, recognizing now the importance, the value of encouraging a child to learn about himself and to proactively help himself to do better, because that is the prior necessity. We need to actually inspire students so that they become self learners. And it's not different from actually setting a reminder in our calendars to send a pop-up 10 minutes before a department meeting, something like that. We can also ask our students, so that, so in case they feel boring in between, some pop-up would be there and they get really attentive, as we do generally in our offline classes. That could be done even in the virtual modes. And we should teach students to be wary of their needs and to prepare themselves accordingly. There are some other, even apps which are being used, like Ergoton is one, where children are being taught to how to be fit. Revive, which talk about the silent vibrations, when they are doing, some task, you can just, pinch on and tell them, be attentive in there. You have class, craft, where you can ask them to do some creativity, work. We One very important app, mouse.org, that is also students are using these days, and they create things using technology, so that they could really create whole the real life scenario. Supposing some sad, like in offline classrooms, we were asking students to write an essay or do a drawing or painting, and they, when they could do a drawing and painting, we could imagine from there what kind of situation at home is going on in a child's place. So I think mouse.org is one of that app which really helps students into that. There is STEM and maker education, which help force C's in children. When we say 4 C's, that is critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creativity, because these 4 things really are required to learn and really to sustain any kind of knowledge. So I think such so many apps are there, as sir has also talked. One of In one of my college, when I was in posted in another college, the students there, they were telling me, ma'am, we are using TTRS. So I was so curious, what is a TTRS, because these teenagers, they talk in such abbreviations. So they told me, ma'am, it's touch, type, read, and spell. And this is for, again, for English, they were doing. So that is an audiovisual instructions, where you could touch a thing, type a thing, read a thing, and spell a thing, and you could also improve your pronunciation and all. They also talked about class hubs and go touch thing. So even the educational tools which are innovative, like the online platforms that enable customs, interactive course materials, student collaboration, student skill development, and that also basically what we normally, the teachers, those who are actually not well versed in technology, they're trying their best with uh, 4 kinds of apps. One is Versal, where full courses, text and videos are available. Even LMS is also there. Then Top Hat is there. Canva is also very interesting when you have to make projects and all, even the flyers we make and all. And Think Link, this is also very interesting, when where you can have interactive images, videos for web, and you can have visual presentations, and even digital stories. Supposing if I was teaching younger students, and like in in our classrooms, when we used to say in offline classrooms, okay, it's raining today, we don't want to go for a formal class, let's go and share some songs or stories or something. I think in that case, even Think Link, this is one of the best platform, and the students are using this also. So overall, the use of technology, that is actually falling into 3 broad categories these days. That is using the technology to teach and share information, using the technology to foster collaboration, and using the technology for individual learning, information access, and skill demonstration. And sir, you really had talked about wonderfully the special 3 academic pursuits in your in your presentation, where you talked about with technology, creativity and collaboration, where studies has to be make interesting, facilitating. So fascinating, I have heard, being an English, from the English background. But when you talked about that studies have to be facilitated, that was very interesting, because normally we always say teachers are the facilitators. But here you have given us a no, horizon, when you say studies are facilitating and they must be exciting and you have to make them easy. And that is the need of the hour in the present way. And the most interesting part of your deliberation is when you talked about 4 zones. I really loved that. I'm going to share it with all my colleagues. That is comfort zone, fear zone, learning zone, and the growth. That was quite interesting, and a new discovery even to me. And the way you talked about uh, voice assistant or screenshots, a word cloud, context scanner, scholar, WikiHow was really quite interesting, and I think that must be used by each and every one of us, and so that we could be more into the technology. But I must salute you. It's an academic salute from my side. The energy you have, even for a second, you didn't actually really, I was just thinking, are you reading or not? And you were so engrossed into that your presentation, and especially presenting technologically. I could never imagine that with some technological presentation, a person could go on long and long without any interruption or without any distraction. Thank you so much, sir. It was really wonderful. But overall, I just, for all my colleagues, those who are here, my humble regards to all the participants, especially to the President iSPELL and our General Secretary iSPELL. I think what is the aim of everything? The aim of everything is to give character to our students, the content to our students, the satisfaction to our students. And in that case, I today remember that letter, which Abraham Lincoln has written to the school teacher about his son. I think all the parents, we as parents also wants that our teacher, the teachers of our wards, or the teachers of our students, they should actually take care of what Abraham Lincoln has said. So I will just read one few lines of that long letter which he had written. He says, for the teacher, that letter is written to the teacher, where he says, sir, teach him. Him means his son, Abraham Lincoln's son, the President of America, his son. Teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he is sad. Teach him there is no shame in tears. Teach him to scoff at cynic and to beware of too much sweetness. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders, but never to put a price tag on his heart and soul. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob and to stand and fight it if he thinks he's right. Treat him gently, but do not cuddle him, because only the test of the fire makes fine steel. Let him have the courage to be impatient. Let him have the patience to be brave. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself, because then he will always have sublime faith in mankind. So whether we teach our children through technology, online or offline, but we have to teach them that have faith in mankind, have faith in humanity, have faith in your character. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
really take away, have faith, what we need to do today. I really express sincere gratitude to you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable thoughts, adding on to what Damir sir has said. And we really need to be Dronacharyas with giving more character and content to our students. Yes, and thank you so much. Um, as a token of love and appreciation, iSPELL gives a certificate, and to do the honors, I call upon Dr. Ghanshyam. So please do the honors of giving the certificate.
Ma'am, I'm not there. The coordinator is there. Please call the coordinator.
Okay, sir.
The Rakesh Digraskar is there.
Sir, Rakesh Giskar, sir, please. Can you do the honors of giving the certificates to the keepers and the chairperson, sir? I'm not able to see, sir.
Mr. Rakesh, can
Yes,
you
sir.
unmute yourself, please?
Myself.
No, Rakesh
Okay.
Digraskar.
Okay.
This is your job, sir. Please.
Yes. As a token of appreciation and gratitude, iSPELL offers certificates. First of all, our keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Rakesh Damir, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm really thankful, obliged. Jyoti madam and Ghanshyam sir and Rakesh sir, thank you very much. Thank you, Anita madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, chairperson. Thank you very much.
Sir, from Shimla. Ma'am, please accept the certificate as a token of gratitude.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much, Rakesh sir. It's really wonderful. You have messaged me to wind up within 10 minutes. I hope I kept your word. And my special thanks and congratulations to the President, Dr. Jyoti Patil ma'am, and our Founder Secretary, Dr. G.A. Ghanshyam sir. And we are really grateful that Dr. Rakesh Damir sir had joined us, and he has given an extensive deliberation on technology. I think we are going to disturb you, sir, again and again whenever we would be in some hitch. So please allow us to be there.
Looking forward to have that opportunity.
Yes.
Looking forward to have that opportunity.
Thank you.
Of course, he is very much there to help us out. And at last but not the least, Master of Ceremonies, Alka Goswami ma'am, and please accept the certificate.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving the certificate of appreciation.
So, over to you again, Alka ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Damir sir.
Thank you.
There is always something to be thankful, and we can never thank enough the founder and general secretary of iSPELL, Professor G.A. Ghanshyam sir. Your thoughtfulness is a gift we will always treasure, sir. And our very cool and loving President, Dr. Jyoti Patil ma'am, is there with us. Our sincere thanks to the Vice President, Dr. Ashok Sachadeva, sir, the Joint Secretary, Dr. Murali Krishnan, sir, and Dr. Payal Datta, our coordinator, iSPELL, Dr. Shamata Chaudhary, and the region heads of iSPELL. I will feel in my duty by not mentioning the name of even coordinator as well as treasurer of iSPELL, Rakesh Digraskar sir, and the IT head coordinator Pramod M. Dingle sir. Last but not the least, our keynote speaker, Dr. Rakesh Damir sir, and the chairperson of today's Literary Sunday Satsang, Dr. Anita Sharma, for giving us their valuable time. And the presence of all the participants always makes the show a real success. Please accept our deepest thanks. I wish each and everyone a happy and healthy week ahead. May God shower all his choicest blessings on us and keep us healthy and safe. With a promise that we'll be meeting you all on 13th with another literary feast, as mentioned by Sir. It's a really Sunday literary feast. We look forward every Sunday. So thank you, everybody. May God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thanks, iSPELL.